Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome, everyone, to Endless Encouragement. Today's date is September 22nd. I do apologize for my voice. I'm going to try and get through this podcast. I lost my voice this weekend screaming, and I would like to, I didn't want to cancel the show, so we're going to continue forth, and hopefully I'll be able to get through this podcast with you. Like I said, today's date is September 22nd. Please follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Learning the Lord. Also follow this podcast because I do send out notifications when I am going live, so you will get the notification that, hey, tune in to Endless Encouragement. To follow the podcast, just go to blogtalkradio.com/LTLN. And also subscribe to Endless Encouragement channel on YouTube. Yes, I post all podcasts on YouTube, youtube.com/Learning the Lord. Please tell all your friends and help my rating so I can move up and be, on the top of the YouTube channels. And anytime that all shows are posted on YouTube, so all the past shows, you can just take a couple of hours. They are an hour long, so you can just take a couple of hours and listen to all the past shows that I've done, that Endless Encouragement has done. And then also follow our podcast if you have iTunes. Just search Endless Encouragement. Or you can go to my website, which is learningthelord.com, and you can click on the link. For iTunes, you do not need to have an Apple product or an iPhone. You can actually download iTunes right onto your computer. So if you like to listen on iTunes, you can do that. There's some other podcasters out there that you can also follow, but please follow me. Also go to our website, learningthelord.com. And sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is free, and it will be emailed out on October 1st. You do not want to miss this exciting newsletter. And if you'd like to be a writer for the newsletter, email learningthelord.com@gmail.com and just put in the subject newsletter. All submission for the newsletter must be original. No payments at this time is being offered for the articles. So if there's any type of encouraging words or inspiring words, or maybe that's a poem that you wrote that you would like to share with everyone, please email learningthelord.com@gmail.com and put in the subject newsletter, and I'll be happy to get that into our newsletter. If we can't get it into October's newsletter, we definitely can get it into November's newsletter. It will be a monthly newsletter, and it is free, so please tell all your friends, family, co-workers, anyone that you know who needs to be encouraged or inspired. I believe everyone needs to be encouraged. I know I need to be encouraged. That's why the show is called Endless Encouragement, because you can never get enough of encouragement. Also coming soon to our website, I stated last week that we're hoping to roll this out in 2014, but if we get enough artists interested before 2014, we'll go ahead and start doing the shows. But on the website, learningthelord.com, there is a page that's already dedicated to Indie Christian Resources. That is the name of the page. Indie Christian Resources. This page is going to be dedicated to independent, inspirational, and Christian artists. So if you've written a book, or if you have a demo, or if you have any type of songs, poems, anything that is original that you would like to be put out, please just contact us. We'll have this page, everything up and posted within probably the next 2 weeks. We're looking to air the show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll be from 12 to 12:30. And like I stated, we're looking to roll this out in 2014. However, if we get enough artists, independent artists before 2014, we will definitely roll it out. I'm really excited about this because I know that there's a lot of independent Christian artists out there, especially gospel singers and groups, who are just putting music out there, but maybe the venue that they have they're trying to increase their territories. I heard that last night from Chantel Hankerson, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But that's the song she sang last night. But we'll get to that in a little bit. About increasing the territory, and that's my goal. I would like to give back to anyone who's striving, anyone that's being positive, inspirational, gospel, anything of that nature. I would like to give back and give them a platform to be able to showcase their talents or showcase whatever that is that they are wanting to share. I believe that, God gives us a purpose, and right now my purpose is all about giving back. And so one way I'm doing this is Indie Christian Resources, and I stated the show Tuesdays and Thursdays will be a musical show, so it will only showcase musical artists. However, if there will be times where, I'll talk about the books or I'll talk about poems, but mainly it will be a musical show. But like I said, in between time, I'll tell everyone about your book, poem, whatever the case may be. It'll be Tuesday, Thursdays from 12 p.m. Eastern Time to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, I'm only looking to do the show for a half an hour. However, if we get a lot of interest, I will extend the show. So please be sure to check out the submission information within the next 2 weeks. I'll have everything posted on the website within the next 2 weeks. And if you know of anyone who is an inspirational Christian artist who is looking to get their name out, just tell them about learningthelord.com. This is just really exciting. I'm excited. I can't wait to do the first show. And also, we're an affiliate partner with ChristianBooks.com and iTunes. So any sales coming from learningthelord.com website will help me fund this podcast. So please, if you looking for any type of book, Christian book, please go to my website, learningthelord.com, and click on the Christian book link, and please make a purchase through that way, so that way I can receive the funds. Also, iTunes. If you're looking to download any type of Christian music, please go to my website, and that, once again, all money comes back to me. I'm not going to hide that fact from you, but it helps me fund this podcast, because right now I'm funding a podcast and I'm fine with this. But, just to help me continue my efforts and to be able to bring Christian resources and independent artists and things and guests to our shows, I will need the funding. So if you can, just go to ChristianBooks.com through my website or iTunes. Follow me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Our call-in number for the show is 917-889-3203 if you'd like to join our discussion today. And once again, I do apologize for the sound of my voice, so I'm just going to take a really quick sip of my tea right now, so give me one quick second. That didn't take that long. I hope you're still listening, and thanks for waiting. I'd like to talk about my experience I had yesterday, and I was just thrown back. I was just amazed at the talent, the hidden talent that the world has yet to see. There's a gentleman by the name of Lindsay. We went to high school together, and he went on, he had a gospel group of high school kids. And these children, I can't call them children anymore, they're actually young adults, have been singing together been together since they were in elementary school, their family, and some have just joined the choir. But what I went to yesterday was a concert, and the concert was for the Unlimited Ensemble and their gospel choir in Cincinnati, Ohio. And when I talk about amazing choir, yes, amazing. You could see the spirit, you could see the joy, the love that they have just singing to the glory of God. And just to tell you a little bit about the Unlimited Ensemble, they competed in 2012 World Choir Games and they competed against 5 or 6 choirs during that time, and they won the silver. So now they have accepted an invitation, get this, yes, to the 2014 World Choir Games. That's going to be held in, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Riga, Latvia. So the choir last night, that was their first concert of raising money so that the choir can go to make it to the 2014 World Choir Games. And I'm looking to follow them along their journey. I mean, this is really exciting. And when I get more information on how you all can help getting this young group of people over to compete in the 2014 World Choir Games, I will surely send this information out. I'll post it on my Facebook page, and I'll post it on my website. And some of the other performers there were Message Music, he's a gospel rap artist. You can find him on SoundCloud.com. Amazing rap artist. If you're into rap, it's okay if you're not into rap, but I tend to like almost all music, so I'm very versatile in my music. So gospel rap was really nice. Brian Reeves, he's a musician. He's from Indianapolis. Message Music, by the way, is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Brian Reeves is from Indianapolis. He came all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana, to be part of this concert, and his music can be found on iTunes. So you can go to learningthelord.com iTunes and search for Brian Reeves and download his music. The other lady, her name is Chantel Hankerson. I am currently getting requested information on how to get her music or how to locate her music. So I'll update you later on her music. But one of the songs that she sung was Increase My Territory. Lord, increase my territory. And you talking about a phenomenal voice. It was like I could just see my territory increasing just from her singing. I could see everyone, the Unlimited Ensemble, Brian Reeves, Message Music, everyone in the building. I know they had to feel that their territory was going to be increasing. That song was phenomenal. But if you ever get a chance to find or listen to the Unlimited Ensemble, like I stated, that's from a friend I went to school with, Lindsay. He is the choir director. And these group of people, young people who are just singing their hearts out to the Lord, just on point, every note on point. And it was just an awesome time praising the Lord, worshiping. It was just awesome. Words cannot explain it. You just have to go to one of their concerts. If you're in Cincinnati, I don't know if they're going to be traveling. I don't know. But if you ever get an opportunity to see them live, you will know what I'm talking about. But I'm glad I had that experience because I was thinking of them today, and I was thinking about the topic of the show for today. And I was thinking, wow, what courage these young people had to have had. Can you imagine their friends telling them, you don't need to sing gospel songs? Or can you imagine these young people, the thought process that they had to go through, like, oh, my friends are not going to like me. I don't know if I'm good enough, or I don't know if I should be singing this song, or I don't even know if I'm good enough to be part of this choir, or even Message Music, who was out by himself. I don't know if anyone's going to really be receptive of my gospel rap, because let's just be honest, rap has given itself a bad name. And just think Message Music had to, I don't know, I'm just assuming, I don't know, but I am imagining that at some point someone may have said, or he may have thought, no one really wants to listen to gospel rap because rap has gotten such a bad name. Or Brian Reeves who sung, with no music, beautifully. and had two backup singers also sing. And when they joined together, the sound was awesome. Can you imagine the thought process that went through each of their minds? Maybe that, oh, I need music. I don't know if I could sing this song without music, and just those thoughts alone. And then I think about Chantel Hankerson on how she got up there by herself. And I know she had a lot of support, but sometimes when you have family and friends out in the audience, yeah, you feel a little bit comfortable, but there's always that shaky feeling of, I'm scared, you get that terrified feeling. But can you, just try and put yourself in each of these young people's minds and how they had to kind of overcome their whole thought process. What if Chantel was like, oh, I'm the only one that's coming up here singing by myself. Everyone else came up as a group. Everyone else, except for Message Music, came up and just the thought process that she had to go through, is my voice strong enough? I've heard the Unlimited Ensemble, they sung awesome, and, I'm the last one to sing it. Is anyone going to listen? Things of that. I'm just thinking of things that I would think of in my mind. I'm not saying that this is what they went through. I'm just saying these are some of the things that may have went through their minds. And what I'm speaking of is, there was no self-doubt present yesterday. And that's the topic today. Do you have self-doubt? Your self-doubt will prevent you from doing anything in life if you allow yourself to have self-doubt. And like I say, there is no self-doubt present yesterday. They overcame whatever feelings they had. They overcame whatever disbelief they had. Just imagine, these group of people are young people. These are not, I'm not talking, 30, 40, 50-year-old people. These are young people that look to me to be around the age between, I would say, 19 to 24, maybe 25. And just, having maybe friends that they could have chose to go to the club yesterday, but they chose to sing, and just think about, the mindset that they had to have had. And one of the things you have to think about is their mind, and when you go to do things, what has stopped you? And I'll give you my personal experience. When I first started this Facebook, Learning the Lord Facebook, I doubted myself. And if you listen to the first podcast that I had, you can find that on YouTube, by the way. You can, I doubted. I did, but I overcame the doubt. And when it came time to do the Blog Talk Radio, I hesitated and I doubted, well, what if I'm not well received? Or what if no one, calls into the show? Or what if no one listens to me? And what do I do then? And just all the thoughts that came through my mind of just the doubt that I had, until one day I decided I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to overcome whatever fear I have, because the fear alone will stop you. That doubting spirit that you have, or I had, will stop you from doing whatever you want to do. And that's what we're dealing with today, is self-doubt. And you have to learn to conquer the self-doubt. And a lot of people feel, oh, you're just doubting yourself, and, oh, don't worry about it. Well, it's easy for an outsider to say, oh, forget about it, but it's really hard for your mind to say, forget about it. And you have to learn different techniques, and you have to learn different ways to deal with self-doubt. And you have to understand the power that you have within yourself. Yes, you do have a power within yourself to overcome self-doubt. And you have to learn to plug into that energy, plug into it and say, no, I'm not, I see it. I'm not going to, dwell in it. I'm not going to allow it to, I'm not going to give it power. Because what happens if you give it power, you will never move forward because you're always doubting yourself. You will never do anything in life because of you've allowed these self-doubts to come because you're not confident in your abilities or you're not confident in what you can produce as a human or what talent you have. And you're not going to, but understanding, one of the things that goes along with self-doubting, understanding if you're doing something, publicly, like making music or something like that, you're not going to be well received sometimes in certain situations. And you have to overcome that. You have to be able to say, no, I know I can sing. I know I can write a book. I know I can paint. I know that I can talk, i.e. me. I know that I can do whatever I want to do, and I'm not going to doubt myself. Yeah, if I do fall, so what? I can dust it off, keep on going. But at least you overcame that power, and you did not allow it to stop you. And a lot of times when you're dealing with yourself and you're dealing with self-doubt, when you are trying to do something such as maybe write a song, I know sometimes it's hard. I'll think about topics that I want to talk about, and I've came to a realization that I was first putting out different topics like, a couple of weeks in advance, and it just came to me like, okay, let's stop doing that because that week comes, something else comes into my mind, and it's like, no, let's talk about this. But sometimes when you're dealing with self-doubt, you come to a space where you're nothing seems to be happening. Maybe you're trying to write a song, or maybe you're trying to write a book or a poem, or maybe you're just trying. I don't know what it could be, and you feel as though nothing is happening, no creative juices is flowing whatsoever. But that is part of self-doubt. It's still working. You're still doing something creative. And one of the things you have to recognize, one of the things as far as self-doubt is you have to learn to recognize when you are self-doubting yourself. And that's one part of it is just recognizing that, okay, I am self-doubting. I don't think I can do this, but I know I can do this. And just recognizing that whatever it is. So, say for example, you want to write a song, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, you don't know how to write a song. No one's going to listen to your song, or you don't know how to write a song. You don't know the first thing about writing a song. Well, here's the trick to doing this self-doubting. Start singing a song about, I don't know how to write a song, and I guarantee a song will come to you. You have to learn to turn that self-doubt around and face it. Don't run from it, face it. And you may come to realization that, oh, I can't write a song. And you may write a phenomenal song about, I can't write a song. I don't know. I'm just saying. And one of the ways you can really recognize when you're self-doubting is that when you start to say things of, I'm not sure, well, maybe this, maybe I'm not up to the task, or maybe this is just too hard, and they're just weakening words that just are not confident words. That's when you know you are self-doubting. Someone say, well, you're going to perform tonight, right? Well, I don't know how it's going to go. Yeah, that's self-doubting. Instead of saying, well, you're going to perform tonight. Oh, yes, I'm ready to perform. And you have to learn to recognize it. And don't underestimate that the power of going into self-doubt is really a destructive power. And it will break you down, and it will come between the things that we want and the things where we want to be when it comes to self-doubt. And you have to understand that destructive power will prevent you. I honestly believe that we were all placed on this earth for a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. And sometime along your life, you're going to find your purpose. And once you find your purpose, self-doubt is probably going to be at the highest point. And it's going to be something new. Understand that. And this destructive power is that when I speak of destructive powers, because if you're doing something that you were purposely designed to do and you're not doing it, you're not powerful as you can be, I should say. You're stuck between where you are and where you should be. And it can be a destructive power to really keep you right there. And you have to overcome that self-doubt. You have to overcome it. You can't harbor those doubtful feelings. I'm not good enough, or what if I'm not well received? I'm not sure. Maybe I was wrong. I don't feel up to the task. Maybe I'm not the right person. No, you have to learn to get over those feelings. And then on the positive side, it's okay to it's a part of fear, actually. Doubt is really a part of fear. And when you're doing something new that you've never done before, you will be afraid. And that's really what it is. It's really fear. Self-doubt is really fear. And you're afraid because this is new territory for you. This is something new that you've never done before. And sometimes the people who you are around will feed into your self-doubt. And they will tell you, I don't think you should do this, or I don't think you should do that. And I think back to the choir, the Unlimited Ensemble. What if somebody told a group of young people that, I don't think you should form a group. That was in high school. I don't think you guys should form a group. What if Message Music would someone say, well, I don't think you should do rap. I really don't think you should rap about the Lord. And those people that you do have around you, you would want to eliminate those people from your life. Now, I'm not saying cut everyone off. It's okay. You can. It's sometimes it's not. You don't have to cut them off, like completely cut them off. Like if they're a family member and you're only going to see them maybe once a year, don't worry about them the other 364 days of the year. It doesn't matter what they say. And if you see them on that one day and they say, oh, I don't think you should be doing that, thank them. Say, oh, thank you, but I am doing it. It's working out just well for me. And that's the positive side of self-doubt. So there's a couple of steps, that you can go to about conquering self-doubt. And I found a great article online that it's advancedlifeskills.com. It's a blog, and it gives 7 reasons to conquer the self-doubt. And I'll post this on my website just so that you can read it and understand about it. But, as you read through it and you just take the 7 points, the 7 steps, and, learn from it. And maybe you don't need all 7 steps. Maybe you only need the first one. I don't know. Only you can determine where you're at in your self-doubt. But one of the first things that you actually want to do when you're self-doubting is actually recognize the fact that you have self-doubt. Recognize the fact that you have stated, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not worthy, or I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't, whatever the case may be. Recognize it. Don't run from it. Do not run from it. You have to recognize it. If you've been listening to all the podcasts that I've been doing is I've been dealing with your mind. Your mind is quite amazing. It really controls you, but you can take control over your mind. And you have to recognize it and say, okay, yes, I'm doubting that. What if I could say, yes, I'm doubting that I can do a radio show. Yes, I can acknowledge it. I recognize that. I acknowledge it. But I'm not going to give into I'm not going to give it power. Okay? I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not going to deny it. And I'm not going to try and hide it under my rug, as I said in one of my podcasts. That's where I hide things. I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to pull it out into the light, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to say, yes, I have self-doubt about this. And then I'm going to sit there and ask myself questions. Why am I doubting myself? Why am I doubting my abilities? If I could sing, trust me, you will hear me singing all the time. If I could sing and I knew I could sing and I decided to go and make a demo, and then I was trying to go make this demo. Oh, I don't think I could sing good enough. Oh, that's self-doubting. I would definitely, if I could sing, yeah, I mean, I can't sing right. I can't sing, and there's no self-doubt when it comes to me singing. I will sing. I have no self-doubt when it comes to singing. I don't care how off-key I am, I will sing because I'm not going to allow self-doubt to stop me from singing, especially if it's a church song. It's a gospel song, yeah, I'm going to sing. I don't care if it hurts your ears. In God's ears, He's loving it. But just to analyze your, like going back to analyzing your doubt, find out why are you self-doubting yourself, especially when you know you can do something. What is the point? And a lot of self-doubt comes from just fear of what other people think. Here's my philosophy. It doesn't matter what other people think. You will always have people that will doubt you. Just understand that. You will always have people. They may not verbally state it, okay? But there are going to be people that are going to doubt your ability and whatever it may be. But you can prove them wrong. And they may never ever come to you and say, I doubted you, but this, if you ever get an opportunity of doing that, of someone doing that, that's awesome. But you definitely don't want to give in to those feelings. And understanding that when it's time to when you're wanting to do something, understanding that, yes, some people are just not going to receive you well. Some people, you just have to understand that's part of life. We're all different. We're all humans. We all like different things. That's what makes us unique, is the fact that we like different things. And think about how boring life would be if we were all the same. Just think about that. There would be no need for self-doubt because we would all be the same. How boring would that really be? So you see, your self-doubt is, you just need to conquer it and just go, because there's someone out there that understands or listens to you or whatever the case may be. I don't know if it's going for a job interview or whatever it may be. Don't doubt yourself. And then the other thing you could do is just identify where's the source coming from. Is it coming from something that happened to you when you were a child? A lot of things carry over from when you were a child. I pray that this didn't happen, but, sometimes people have a tendency to joke with you and say, oh, you're not good enough, or, oh, you're fake, or, oh, nobody believes nothing you say. That has a tendency to follow us to adulthood, so that It comes back when we want to do something. We remember those thoughts as children, and where we were told, "Oh, we're not good enough," or "We can't do this," or "Nobody likes us," and those are the self-doubt. That's where self-doubt really is manifested. And understand that I'm an adult now, and nothing I do or nothing I say, is going to stop me from doing what I want to do. Identify that source and recognize that source and say, okay, that was when I was a child. I don't know what the circumstances was surrounding it, but that was when I was a child. Now I know my abilities. This is the things that you have to say within yourself. And you learn to, you will learn to, in that area of your life, to understand and get a sense of, I can do this. I'm not going. I don't care what happened to me when I was a child. I don't care what they told me when I was a child, that I would never be good enough. Well, you guess what? You're already good. So stop doubting yourself. And then also look and see, is there a history? Do you have a history of whenever you want to do something, you are always self-doubting? Oh, I can't do this. There's a job interview or a job posting at your job. Oh, I can't apply for that. You come up with all these excuses because you're doubting yourself. And when you walk around with confidence shows. It displays. It just comes out of you when you are walking around. And self-doubt, it comes out of you as well. And you have to understand that there's some type of pattern that you have when you are self-doubting. And you have to understand that pattern and recognize that pattern and be able to deal with that pattern. If you're going into a new, just say if you're a singer and you're going into a new venue, a new area, recognize the fact that, okay, I've never sung at this event, and I'm scared, and I don't know if they're going to. That's self-doubting. Understand, I've sung at thousands of events. I haven't. I'm just saying for you. That's just just a little story I came up, and just say I've sung at different events, and I know I can sing. Trust your abilities and don't doubt yourself, because as soon as you doubt yourself, you're not going to be able to give yourself 100% or be 100% of whatever you can do. And then just sit down and just design a plan and say, okay, well, if I'm going to self-doubt, write down all your positives. Write down all your positives. Take a journal and write down all your positive attributes. And when you begin to self-doubt yourself, pull your journal out and write and read through all of your positive attributes. I am a hard worker. I am trustworthy. I am a great singer. I am a great writer. I am a great podcaster. I am a great, swimmer, runner. I am a great, I do well, I'm positive. It could be a list of things, whatever you're good at. I was just throwing out things, but list them all down. What are you good at? What are the positive things that you're good at? And list them down so that when you start to have self-doubt, you can pull it out, and read through your list. And this is what you're positive about. And once you do that, you'll understand that. You'll understand, and hopefully along time, you will be able to add to your positives. Never want to take away from your positives. You always want to add to your positives. And when you can add to your positives, that is a great thing to be able to add. Oh, I got this new positive thing. Because sometimes when you first start writing a journal, you can only think of just a couple of things. But you start to go along your journey and you start to write down more and more, you'll start to recognize you have more positives than you have negatives. And if you don't believe me, just try it, and you'll be amazed at how long your list can get, how long your list can grow, and one day you'll look back and date it. That's a good thing to do. Just date it. And start tonight and just date it and see how many positives you can come up with. And then in time, over the course of time, go back and look and see. Maybe on one day, maybe you can only come up with 5 positives. But then on another, before you know it, you got like 2 pages full of just positive things, front and back. And I'm sorry, I'm going to need to take a sip of my tea. Give me 1 second. Thank you. I apologize once again for my voice. Now that I know, I didn't have self-doubt about this show, by the way. I said I'm still going to do my show with my voice, but I'll be taking notice that just like a singer now, I have to take care of my voice. I have to take care of my voice now. And not scream to the top of my lungs to where I'm losing my voice. Going back to self-doubting, and after you make the plan, how are you going to conquer your doubt? What are you going to do? What changes can you do? What thought process can you go along with? And then anticipate, changes. Changes are going to happen. And if there's any way that you need help with, ask someone for help. Just say, hey, can you help me? But make sure this person is a positive person. Someone that's close to you, someone that you trust, not someone who is negative. If you're looking for a great advice, not someone that's negative, who always has nothing but negative things to say. You always want to look for someone that's positive, someone who's going to encourage you, someone who has your best interests at heart. That's the only way that sometimes when you go through things, you need to talk, especially when you're self-doubting, you need that encouraging words, regardless, because if you go to your friend who is always nothing but negative, what are they going to feed you? Nothing but negative. Negativity plus equal more negativity. And you have to understand that, like they say, misery loves company. Well, it does love company, but you want to go to someone that's positive, someone who's encouraging, someone who's going to tell you, no, keep going. No, you can do this. I believe in you. I'm going to be there for you. No matter what the cause or the case may be, keep moving. You're doing a great thing. And I know that I appreciate it. I appreciate when someone comes to me and they tell me how encouraging I am. Just this week, someone came to me and they said, they appreciate the podcast that I had, that they really appreciate what I said and how I was really helping them to, deal with some things. And that made my heart cry, really, because I don't doubt myself, but to hear that encouraging words, it's like, wow, that person really thought that of me. Wow, I appreciate it. And I couldn't thank this person enough. And so many people are coming and encouraging words, and these are the people that you want around you. You don't want anyone, like I said, that's negative, that's just going to spew out negative things to you. You want someone that's just going to be positive, that's just going to help you and help you identify, well, what are you afraid of? And one of the biggest things I always tell my kids, when they have a question or they need to go find an answer and they need to go ask someone something and they're afraid of what the answer is going to be, I always say to them, if they say no, what is it going to change? And they just look at me. At first when I started doing it, they didn't understand it, but, over the course of time, now they understand it. And I always tell people, well, if they say no, what is it going to change? And most people, a lot of times, 100% of the time, nothing. Okay, so what's stopping you from doing whatever you have to do? Because if this person says no, okay, you go to the next door and knock. If that person say no, you keep knocking. And that's what I instill within my kids, is that you keep knocking, because one day someone's going to open that door and you'll be able to walk through that door. But don't stop because that first door closes on you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't give in to that doubting spirit, and just keep it moving. And that's the encouraging words that I can give to you today, is if anything that you can take away from this this topic today regarding self-doubting, whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to do within your life, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you're trying to go after, whatever the case may be, if the answer is no, what is it going to stop? What is it going to change? And if it's not going to change anything, then what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing it? And you have to be able to walk around with that. Even as far as me doing the Blog Talk Radio. What if I decided, I can't do this? Oh, no. When I started telling people about this, the right people, when I say the right people, when I started telling people about the podcast, yes, we need this. As I was handing out my promotional items, yes, we need this. That was my encouraging words. Now, I don't know the strangers that I met. I would hope that they were all positive people. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said that. But, there's always going to be something that we have to conquer. And self-doubt really can bring us down. And then once you have your plan in place, take steps. Take action. What are you going to do now? And stick with your plan. If you say that I'm going to write this song, I'm going to produce this song, I'm going to get me a demo out, and I'm going to start marketing it, what is stopping you from doing that? Nothing is stopping you but you yourself. And you have to understand that when you start doing things are not going to be easy. And they're not meant to be easy, because you're going to learn something along the way. So if you self-doubt, if you start doubting yourself, you're going to stop that process. And you definitely do not want to do that. The other thing that self-doubt could do, it could cause it could cause you to go into a depression. And you definitely don't want to do that, because if you're trying to accomplish something and that's all you can think about is I need to do this and I want to do this and I want to do that, but you're allowing the self-doubt to stop you, you can actually go into a state of depression to where you feel, oh no, I'm not good enough. And that's a negative. That's not where you want to go when you start self-doubting, because then what ends up happening is along the way you may, look back and say, well, I should have did this or I should have did that, and that could set yourself up for the depression, and you don't want to do that. Don't doubt yourself. Trust the abilities that God has given you. Trust the ability that you can do whatever you want to do. You can do just about anything. You just have to have confidence. And you're going to be challenged with your confidence. Yes, you're going to be challenged. Nothing in life is easy. No, nothing, unless you're born with a silver spoon. And then sometimes I guess their life is a little complicated when they get cut off with the money. But us normal people who do not have silver spoons, life will get complicated. It will get challenging. it will get to a point where you begin to doubt yourself, but don't give into that power. Know your worth. And that's the biggest thing, is know your worth. Know what you can do and what you can accomplish. And, nurture yourself and take care of yourself and make sure that, you are being the best that you can be. And when you start to maybe have self-doubt, take a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Take a break. Go for a walk in the park. If it's a nice sunny day, if you know how to swim, go swimming. Maybe you just want to go sit on the bench and watch the birds fly. I don't know. Just take a break. Maybe your break is going to see a movie. But sometimes taking a break, I really enjoy, one of my things to take a break, in which I really enjoy doing on Saturdays, is going for a walk. And I said it before, I don't do enough walking, but it's going for a walk. And I love going for walks and just listening to my music and just getting the cares of this world away and just clearing my mind of anything that I have. Sometimes just doing that will help you with your self-doubting when you start to self-doubt, and just take a break from things. And just, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to push away, because a lot of times what we do is that we get so involved up into that point where it's time to deliver, and then the self-doubt hits us. And we say, oh, goodness, I can't do it. I can't keep going. I can't do this, or I can't do that. And that's where that self-doubt starts to really rear its ugly head. And at that point, sometimes you just need to take a step back and take a break. I'm not saying take a years break. I'm just saying maybe take an hour break, and before you continue on, and just learn to deal with the self-doubt. I know that I have. There's a lot of times that within myself I doubt myself. And one of the things that I need to really overcome, and I'll be honest, is, self-doubting about losing weight. Yes. Can I do it? I can. I doubt myself. And this now I'm not going to doubt myself, because I know I can. I've done it, and I've been doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it. But I hate to come over that self-doubt that, oh, I can't. I've been, on the heavy side for a while, and I just can't do it. I love food. That's my excuse. I love food. How can I do it? But I have to get over that self-doubting spirit and know that, yes, I can be a healthier me. And going into a healthier me will be better for everyone, better for me, better for my family, and everything. So all I can tell everyone is just to stop doubting yourself and just understand that you can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. And let yourself know you can do it, and don't give in to the power of the self-doubt. And don't give in to, I can't do it, or whatever the case may be. Acknowledge it. Don't run from it. And when you're self-doubting, don't run from it. Don't say, oh, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I stopped doing it because I didn't think I could do it. No. Stay. Acknowledge it. Face it head on. Whatever you're going through in life, maybe it's not self-doubting. Whatever you're going through in life, face it. Face it. Acknowledge it. You can't work on anything if you're not willing to face it. And if you're not willing to face it, then don't even worry about doing it. But you have to be able to face it head on, straightforward. Face it and say, yeah, acknowledge it for what it is, and trust me, you will grow from that. And in learning to just self-doubt, it could come in a lot of different forms, a lot of different ways. And we just need to recognize it and understand that we can overcome whatever we want to overcome. And we're coming down to 5 minutes left on the show. I'm actually chatting right now. I'm trying to find out from Chantel Hankerson where we can purchase that CD, because I would like to purchase her CD. But maybe if not today, maybe hopefully next week I'll have that information for you. But once again, if you do get an opportunity to listen to the ensemble, the Unlimited Ensemble Gospel Choir, please, I say listen to them. They're in Cincinnati, Ohio. Like I said, I don't know what their plans are as far as fundraising or things of that nature, but I'll be reaching out to Lindsay, who's the choir director, and finding out how everyone can help the Unlimited Ensemble Gospel Choir get to the 2014 World Choir Games. And that's really important, especially to see, my heart was happy to see the young men and women yesterday just praising the Lord and giving the Lord the praise. And no matter what happened, whatever was going on in their life, they definitely didn't have any self-doubt yesterday. They truly believed that they can sing, they can rap. They had no self-doubt. They truly believed that they could do that. So, I'll be bringing more information about that as I get the information. But once again, I thank you all for joining and listening to my podcast. Please feel free to email me at learningthelord.com@gmail.com. And if you have any comments, any show ideas, or if you'd like to be a part of the show, just email me and I will be happy to put you on the show, or maybe state something that you have, or whatever the case may be. Just reach out to me. And then follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Learning the Lord. Also follow this podcast, blogtalkradio.com/LTLN. And if you follow the podcast, you will get a notification when my show is going live. So you won't miss it. So you won't be somewhere and say, oh, I can't, I don't know, I forgot. Well, I'll send you a reminder when the show is going live. Also, subscribe to Endless Encouragement channel on YouTube, youtube.com/Learning the Lord, or you can just go to YouTube and search Endless Encouragement. Right now, there's about 5 podcasts out there, so there'll be 6. So, you may want to take about 5 hours one day and listen to my show. Tell all your friends, help me with my ratings, like it, comment on the podcast. I would really love to hear from everyone. Follow my podcast on iTunes. Just search Endless Encouragement. And also go to my website, learningthelord.com. And if you're looking for any type of Christian book or any type of iTunes for all your iTunes purchases, whatever your purchase is, iTunes have a variety of things that you can purchase, or christianbooks.com books. Just go to my website, learningthelord.com, and I'll be up front. It does help me fund this podcast, as well as going to youtube.com. It does help me fund the podcast. If you know of any artists that have written any songs or books or anything that they have published themselves that is original, please tell them about the website, learningthelord.com. The web page on the website is called Indie Christian Resources. It's going to be dedicated to independent, inspirational Christian artists. We're looking to do it 2014, but we'll roll it out this year if we have enough artists to build a show on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. So we are excited about that. Follow me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio /LTLN. I do appreciate you all listening once again. I hope you all have a very blessed day, a very blessed evening, a very blessed week. And once again, no more doubting, no more doubting. Please check back for the website. I'll post this webpage, the advancedlifeskills.com. I'll post that on my website for you. Until then, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.